Hello, welcome to
Hi
another
there.
another little mini episode of CRT Sound System. Mini number 5, mini number 6. Wow, we've going through the minis as fast now.
Yeah.
It's Tom here, and I'm here with Reese as always. Reese, how are you?
I'm doing great. Missed my hello cue. That was hello to the audience. I get introduced after the with me as always is Reese. Can't believe I messed
Can you
up.
jump the
It's
gun on
it's just
that?
the rules are different
It's just
on
the
this
minis,
planet.
yeah, the minis go, yeah. And yeah, what you heard was the introduction from Planet DOB or Planet DOB. I'm not really sure. It's a video game slash album slash performance art. um, it's hard to describe it really. I suppose it's a game made to sort of go along with the album by a group called Date of Birth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was released in Japan only, and it's just sort of like a story. The story is about a guy, a cosmic sheriff, and he has to go around and help people in this town. And to help them, he just does a bunch of mini games. Is sort of what I've managed to glean from the game.
That looks about right. It's a game that's definitely that's so vibes based.
mm,
The boundaries of gamingdom seem to start to melt.
yeah,
It was a one where the let's play where I was just like, well, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but man, these vibes are immaculate.
yeah. And the music is incredible. Like
Oh
this
yeah.
group DOB, I think it was their last album. This one, but they were like sort of in the approximately in the sort of Shibuya K movement, I would say.
Hmm.
A little bit of outside of that, I think they started before that whole movement, but like definitely as it moved into the 90s, like that sort of thing. And
What is the
it's
Shibuya K movement, if I
it
may
was a
ask?
sort of like an art and culture and music movement in the 90s.
Hmm.
Just sort of like a cool, just like people bringing cool music to Shibuya, and sort of Shibuya being the epicenter of culture, youth culture, I should say, in Tokyo. Sort of it gave birth to Towatei, the DJ who went on to start D-Light, or one of the DJs who went on to start D-Light. The Cornelius was probably one of the bigger names outside of Japan in that scene. Um, like it's hard to sort of pin down because it's something you only ever see written about in third person, but it's the music was sort of like a mix of sort of hip hop and dance music and jazz and electronica and all sorts. It was, and then the fashion and culture that sort of went along with it. Jet Set Radio is quite influenced by it, and a lot of these sort of there's a lot of these weird games. Like even Parappa the Rapper is a very sort of Shibuya K kind of game in its own way. Like it's not.
Hmm.
It's just like this movement throughout Tokyo to sort of to be a little bit cooler in the 90s. Um, and
Yeah,
then
I would say that I'm glad to kind of get a better description from you because I was on the cusp of saying it seemed of the kind of weird PS1 era art games
very
that
much
we
so,
got
yeah.
that really are. I was gonna localize it more around Parappa
Yeah.
because it does have that same sort of like art first mentality that you would see at
Mm.
like Parappa or Vib Ribbon.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely, yeah.
that's where gameplay is not necessarily takes a back seat, but it's not trying to be like a sharp rhythm game or a sharp action game or something. It's trying to be like just a cool arty game, which it looks like it succeeds. I've not played it.
Yeah. No, but definitely like it's a whole hodgepodge of different influences. Like that's like you look at the thing and it's like, French orchestral pop and Burt Bacharach and the Beach Boys, and then into like hip hop and like Philip Glass and things like that. All these sort of influences get mentioned when people sort of talk about it,
Hmm.
um and even then, like you had that sort of spill out into other into artists outside of Japan as well. Like probably the one of the big ones that I remember was like Dimitri from Paris. Um, and he's sort of like he's still around these days, but like he has that sort of like that really polished sort of pop electronic sound. Um, oh, I suppose another thing we should mention with the D Light connection is Space Channel 5. That's very much
Oh,
in the sort of in the Shibuya K mold as well. Uh, Definitely a future episode, I would say.
oh, absolutely. I need to go choo 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 with other people in the room. So
yeah, and poor lady Miss Keir, the lead singer for Delight, sort of got her image stolen for Space Channel 5 and attempted to sue Sega over it and lost, unfortunately. Even though that clearly that character was based on her. Like, there's no way that it wasn't.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
shout out to
I
Lady Miss Keir. She's great.
yeah, shout out
An icon.
absolutely. We're recording this on International Women's Day, so we will be shouting out the lasses. I think that this is a good episode to record because in the wake of the latest meme that you've posted, which was a picture of, like, I forget exactly what it was, but it was a picture of Plato and Socrates dialoguing, and it's just like talking to Europeans about techno music, and then a mother showing a baby how to play with blocks, and it's like talking to Americans about electronic music. And there's the American who talks about electronic music here. I was just giggling and goggling. It's pitch perfect. And I think this is definitely one of those where it's just like, I could not have imagined. I've never heard of this, and I go deep into the weird games. And this seems like one for the real music heads, for the real techno heads.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like the music in this is fantastic. Like, as you heard there's like a mix of sort of all these influences coming through in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something I just sort of stumbled across one day, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." And I've never successfully played the game. I downloaded it to try and emulate it, but it's a little bit obtuse and everything's in Japanese. There's no real there's no translations. As I say, it was a Japan only game. And one of those things where I tried to do it like late at night as well, and then just sort of I was like, I should be going to sleep instead of trying to figure out this.
There was absolutely an emulation. I've definitely been there a million times where I'm trying to do something on the emulator lately for the PlayStation 3, and I'm just like, you know what, it's bedtime. This is a good reason to. I'm grateful that I wasn't able to do this, so I was able to go to bed instead. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, so we'll jump into the block of tracks anyway. As always with the minis, we just have one big block. So we've got 5 tracks here. Yeah, 5 tracks. All again, Date of Birth is the name of the group. So first track is How Do You Think? Second is Cosmic Surfin'. Then we have I Beg Your Pardon, Dial M17, and Some Kinds of Love.
in the communist future, we will all live together, and there will be one big block of music in the living room, and we'll just carve pieces off of it and listen to it. So that's what we're doing here.
How do you think it feels? Anything is easy to play. How do you think it feels? Any day from 9 to 5. feels if I have to go too far? And do you love to see any day from 9 to 5 for job? Do you cry still? Many kinds of good days. How do you think it feels standing here day by day? Never be afraid. It's another place. Don't let me go without your love, baby. Two stars, it's only understanding that I love to stand in my place for you. Just sorry to hear what you say. I want you to love me so who I am. There's moving under my feet. I sat down the road, the best verse I could write. If without your reply, I live by the moon. But I know you as cool as I know when myself come to me while I sleep. Hey, won't you kill me once again? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's real? Why don't you cry? Oh, try you do something weird. How do you think it's real? And do you love to see? Oh, why do you cry still? How do you think it's real? Day by day, see the screen of made in blue. You may be a stranger in paradise. If I could make you a movie star, through the window of Sophie, we just learning for ourselves. Here we go, please don't you cry, because we have fun to drive ourselves round and round. Would you mind telling me what you would do if you had $1,000? I beg your pardon. I ask you questions. I beg your pardon. I ask you questions. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand the way I listed the bets anyway. You wouldn't understand to you. I just wait to understand it. No one's novice you can do. Don't you think it's never ending? Oh kinds of love, my girl leader told him. Before you needed such a long life. Won't you read me? I wonder why do what you cry. We surely realize. Try once or twice. There's lots of whites in the daylight. Heal me 1, 2, 3,000 times. I got my love so that I learn to waste it. Life is dry as dust, but nevertheless, what could I do? It's running faster, hiding. Some kinds of love, some kinds of love, some kinds of love. In the daylight, I am thinking. In the nightlife, I'm only sleeping. What is your life? Tell me slowly. Well, it's your place. Let me know you. Some kinds of love between a man and woman. Here I go, just one thinking about you. Can you hear me? I tell you lie, 'cause I know why still you standing. One day I found into my eyes, it's understanding. Oh my Jesus Christ, I was to know I should have been a mistake of the galaxy. Was my inquisitiveness, oh my God, my bubbling mouth were telling all about it. Heal me 1, 2, 3,000 times. I got my love so that I learn to waste it. Life is dry as dust, but nevertheless, what could I do? It's running fast and hiding. Some kinds of love, some kinds of love, some kinds of love.
The vibes in that just absolutely immaculate.
It's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
often we get so much vocal tracks on the show. So nice to
yeah,
have that
it's
included.
usually in a Final Fantasy game where somebody's rapping.
or Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking a little bit during the music about how, well, this reminded me anyway of the chill out music of the era. I
Mm.
referenced hip-hop music, and you reminded me. You sent me back 30 years in time to the Cafe Del Mar, maybe 20 years is more accurate. To the Cafe Del Mar, was that it?
Yeah, Cafe Del Mar
Compilations,
compilations. Yeah.
which I had a few of certainly as a late teen and into college.
Mm.
And I don't know, that was such a vibe back then, and I feel like that has been given whole cloth over to lo-fi.
Yeah.
But it's a little different here and in general.
Mm.
And I don't know. I love the vocals. And I think it just soothed the both of us. We were sitting quietly enjoying the music for so long that our recording bot like tapped on the monitor window to ask if we were still there.
Like, what are you doing?
Just enjoying yourselves. That's weird.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. When you mentioned that sort of like all that chill out music, yeah, really reminded me of a lot of like trip hop um, and stuff like that that I would listen to in the 90s.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's just yeah, like the sort of the mix of the drum and bass and that sort of the loungy vocals and just pure vibes. And like that sort of again, it's the sort of it all goes together with the game. Like again, like it's part of these sort of performance art games that sort of existed then, and even up into the PS2 with games like Katamari Damacy, where like the music and the gameplay and the aesthetic of the game are all so intertwined
Yeah.
that it's hard to separate them. And I was reading about the band a little bit more during the break as well, and just how like the one of the guys was a 3D designer for some games on like the Saturn and the PS1. So like uh, that's how he ended up doing sort of, or not how he ended up, but like it was part of how this all sort of was a complete project of like audio visual sort of and gameplay together.
Yeah, yeah. That all makes sense,
Mm.
and it's not like they don't make them like this anymore, but you're certainly, I don't know, it just hit different back then.
Yeah, I mean, you
Uh,
have. I'm sure there's probably indie games out there that sort of have this kind of template where it's, it's all intertwined in a way, but yeah, it
and
feels like such a vibe of the PS1
mhm.
era specifically.
Absolutely. Well, I feel like there's something about it being on. Like I didn't play this back then, but I can imagine it just has this nostalgic twinge to it,
Mm,
right? Where this when this stuff was coming out for the PlayStation, and PC
yeah,
gaming wasn't really like that yet.
yeah,
And I don't know. It's not like
yeah.
this is. I'm not gonna call this was like a revolutionary art game or anything like that. Although it might well earn that title.
Mm,
It's just I don't know.
yeah.
It's a vibe from a different era, so it's got that special glow behind
Absolutely, yeah,
it.
yeah, and it's definitely like I've talked about it before on the whole sort of club culture aspect of the PS1, especially when it first came out in the mid '90s. Like this came out in the '99, I think. So it's sort of past that element where the PS1 was sort of being sold as you go to a club, you listen to the Prodigy, and you take a bunch of ecstasy, and then you come back home and you play Resident Evil all night long. Um,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, like this is definitely sort of part of that same lineage, I feel. Um, and yeah, it's like it's very much of its time. I can't imagine this game was like a massive hit in Japan. Um, like it's like even as far as the sort of like the obscurities that people know about. Um, I don't think even this is that well known outside in Japan, even outside. Like, there's very little information about the game.
Oh, I
There's like a hardcore gaming 101 article about it, and that's most of what I was able to figure out.
yeah, yeah, that's kind of my experience as well. I mean, that's that. that is, maybe we can revive it right here.
Yeah,
We're starting the Dobazants of
absolutely. Yeah,
2025.
get on the Dob train.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, yeah. So I think we'll let you go with that.
Yeah, that's it. It is a mini-sode.
Mini-sode, yeah.
If we're gonna make it
here
a
to talk.
maxisode, then we're gonna have to start piling on some Vib Ribbon songs or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. And yeah, no plugs as always. Links in the description.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so
I
forth.
don't even know what another podcast is. It's a formless gray world, except at the center there is us. So
I will say I did enjoy the new episode of Existential Warfare with Conky.
oh, thank you. Yes,
Nice.
I finally managed to get that out. Yeah, I didn't record that this time last year or something.
It was a
Yeah,
good
for that.
episode either way. I enjoyed listening to it. It was very
Thank you, Tom.
informative about the art of 3D printing.
The secret of existential warfare is I find people very good at what they do, and then I just ask them questions and make us both sound intelligent in the edit.
I mean, that's the true joy of a good interview, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, yeah.
We love you all, and
Happy
enjoy this
International
last
Women's
track,
Day,
Tom.
I guess.
Yeah, happy International Women's Day. We're recording it today on International Women's Day, but when you
This won't
listen
be out
to
until
it
next month.
yeah, that's the second International Women's Day, and you better honor women again when you hear this.
In fact, it is coming out on the 20th of April, which will be my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, what? I was about to say the exact opposite of the date of a wedding anniversary holiday.
Yeah. All right, so this last track is called Greenish. Good night, Reese. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Tom.